guys, it's Jacob from Stringbuzz here, stringbuzzworld.org being a music journalism site, links it in the description down below. And we have a brand new song review for you today, and it's the latest track by While She Sleeps featuring Oli Sykes, and that's Silent Speak. So I'm going to refer to the original article as I usually do for these videos, so I hope you enjoy. So I've been a little hit or miss when it comes to the last few While She Sleeps singles, finding some incredibly enjoyable like Hurricane, and others a touch stereotypical and maybe even forgettable at a push. However, this track is blowing up everywhere, even trending on Facebook yesterday, I think it was, and Oli Sykes sure is a polarizing figure when it comes to metal music, so shall we see if this collaboration worked out? Well, I actually thought this track was really good, and it's actually one of my favourites now for February, so look out for it when it comes to the track of the month segment, because it might be on there somewhere. Although I've never really been a fan of metalcore itself as a genre, this track just had some awesome moments in its runtime, and every little piece just felt significant to me. Although I've slated Oli in the past, finding his voice a little bit weak and forced, I must admit I loved what he added to this track, and he never felt tagged on like many other artists. Luckily, instead of settling for just a third verse, instead we got a bridge, a breakdown, and that third verse. That's a lot of bang for your buck right there. It was enjoyable, frenetic, memorable, and really brought a smile to my face, possibly the best metal track of the month as well. Production-wise, I must admit the track isn't perfect, but I did enjoy a lot of decisions that were made here. The guitars carry an organic, distorted tone that drives the mid-ground really well throughout the track, as well as decorating other parts. The low end is covered by a pretty limp bass, admittedly, but luckily we got this big kick, which added like a pulsating feeling to the track in the low end, covering the rest of the holes that were left by that sort of limp bass. Even the rest of the drum kit sounded fantastic on this song, with the cymbals being particularly easy to listen to, really nicely mixed cymbals. The clean vocals sound excellent too, never coming across as too tampered with or overproduced, which is a problem in metalcore in general, which is why I'm usually turned away from it, and instead naturally glistening over the rest of the mix in that high end along with the cymbals. I did think the first set of harsh vocals or rough vocals, whatever you want to call them, that kicked off the track were pretty poorly mixed, as they seem to envelop the stereo field as like a distorted harmonic layer rather than actually being direct and impactful like you want your vocals to be. For some reason they seeped into the instrumentation and accompaniment, which is a little bit odd for me. However, this got better and throughout the track, it got better and better throughout the track, and Oli's verse in particular sounded great is what I'm trying to say here. When it comes to the musicality of the track, I just love their approach of throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. The verses were great with really harsh and powerful melodies that get stuck in your head really quickly. The chorus creates a huge scape that sounds epic and important, really giving that track the weight that it really deserved and needed. Then Oli came in with this cracking verse, which he sounded powerful and incredibly professional as well. Also, it came in at the right time and lasted the right length, meaning it came across as something significant rather than being tagged on, or on the opposite end, being actually dragged out. Then we also got this sort of mini breakdown and bridge, which threw almost stoner rocky elements into the fray, which I really didn't expect. And I just have to admit, the thought gone into this track is mesmerizing, really. I love the hard rock style guitar melodies, which decorated each verse and with like complexity and maturity, and I just think it added so much, adding this homophonic instrumental melody, which I think again in metalcore is often quite missing. I will say that perhaps there are some aspects which were perhaps cut before their potential was truly uncovered. For example, that bridge following Oli's verse almost hinted at a guitar solo beginning to play something quite spectacular, but it never really went anywhere. It should have been another at least 10 to 15 seconds longer. Also, I thought they could have perhaps added even more to that final chorus just to make it seem that much bigger of a climax, and I mean dynamic wise here. Maybe just some strings or pads, to add some more impact, just something to give it that extra oomph before the song ends, as it just felt like another chorus. Lyrically, the track is a touch cheesy, I will admit, and stereotypical as well with its usual sort of metalcore content, but it was functional enough for this track, and I never really noticed them, to be honest. They were basically just a means to vocalizing some great melodies. So all in all, a really good track that I recommend to everyone, not just fans of the genre or the band, whatever you want to call it. Although I've stuck clear from the group in the past, I must admit this album is shaping up to be incredibly tasty indeed. I'm looking forward to it. So I gave this song a G rating of 8 out of 10. The first thing above 7 out of 10 in 40 reviews, something like that. So if you like this video, then please leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.